Me preaching at the crusade in Aquabom last night. When did the crusade finish? To 10. Is there any airport in Nigeria that you will go by 10 or 11 and say, I want to catch flight to Abuja? No. But we have 3 private airplanes, 3, 1, 2, 3, waiting on the ground, struggling to pick us. I had to beg this one. I said, we followed you to go. Please allow us to follow the other one so that they too can receive a blessing. One person sent his own, another person sent his own, another person chartered one.
Get another story now, just to lighten up the mood here. The founder of Living Faith Church, Bishop David Oyedepo, was trending on Tuesday after a 2024 video resurfaced online showing where he claimed that his aircraft, which has been a subject of controversy, was not purchased using church members' offerings. In the video, Oyedepo stated that the purchase of his aircraft was an act of divine provision, emphasizing that no pressure was placed on church members to contribute, calling it a fulfillment of God's plan. Let's take a look.
He bought the aircraft, first aircraft, without any prayer, without any idea that the aircraft was coming. He said it, he delivered it. Nobody had any pressure on his life. There was no reminder on the offering. The offering didn't buy it, God bought it. There was no person contacted under heaven. God said it, I believe it. That settles it. It wasn't an ambition, it was an unveiled divine agenda. If God asked me, David, when do you want that aircraft to be bought? I said, God, take it easy. Take it easy. We are not near ready. Aircraft. Okay, let me find out first how much they sell it. He didn't give us the room to find out. We traveled around Africa with it.
All right, I mean, spiritual man is really in touch with God. I mean, I love this story in a way that...
I'm sorry, can I ask a question?
Okay, sorry.
In whose name is the aircraft?
Oh, he purchased it, of course, but he didn't use church members' offering to purchase the
tax
aircraft.
Returns?
RUFAI.
No, no, I'm sorry. What is his tax returns? Because a man that can purchase a private jet must be able to show us a litany of personal tax returns. So what is his tax returns?
All right.
What is the viable business venture that he's been doing all of this while? Yes, I support him. It's not church money, right?
Yes.
But what is his tax returns? What is his tax trajectory? Let's see all those evidence. And the kind of business he personally runs as an individual, LC, that brings this kind of returns to him, that out of the abundance he can purchase a private jet. Once he does those transparency things, there's no qualms about it. Me, I don't have problems with that. He can use money to buy anything.
Does he own a university?
No, the church. So that's not him.
Oh, it's not him.
That's not him.
So you're saying...
So probably, if he says it's him, it's not church money. I believe him.
Okay.
But also, he should show transparency with his own personal
his
tax.
His own personal
tax return. His own personal business is doing. You know, his own personal establishment. That's just transparency.
Rufi, Ayo, this is your constituency.
Okay, so let me come in here. Thank you very much.
All right.
So this is what is traditionally called testimony time.
Okay.
Let me just give, as a member of the constituency.
Yes.
So you can have an opportunity to talk about supernatural experiences, including times when God divinely provides for you. What he was trying to highlight there was the fact that he didn't put pressure on members of the church to buy him a jet. They came together out of their own free will.
Oh, so the members actually donated?
Yes.
Okay.
No, the money didn't come from heaven.
I thought he said it was divine.
No.
He
didn't.
Yes.
People come together.
Okay.
It was a gift, and he said that what he was trying to highlight was that he didn't put pressure on the people to give him. It wasn't
a country where people are suffering.
Wait, hold on. People have a right to do whatever they want to do with their money.
Right.
Right from the days of the Bible, when David was going to build the temple, the Israelites were coming out of captivity from Egypt, but they understood the principle of giving, and there's a lot to be said about a lot of people coming together to keep their little to become much. And so I just wanted to clarify that people have a right to choose. If I want to give my entire salary to my pastor, it's my business.
Okay.
You can check my sanity. You can check whether I've been, that's my business.
RUFAI has his hand.
I'll just end by saying this, that when it comes to pastors, yes, I know there are some fake pastors, but we shouldn't use the same brush for everyone. There's some people who have paid their dues, who have given a lot back to society, and so people want to give back to them. I give to pastors and I give to the church.
Yes,
so I can say
with
that.
due respect, in a country
I like that. Quickly.
with a mammoth level of poverty,
Yes.
we are saying people congregated, gave somebody such a gift.
Yes, but he's using.
Hang on a minute. We have billionaires attending his church. Does the optics look good in this sort of a country?
He's using the aircraft, like he said in the video,
Does
to travel around.
optics-
He's gone
does
to
the
Africa,
optics-
around
he uses
Africa,
to travel around. But does
USA.
the optics look good? Because we all talk about piety. We all talk about the life of Christ and denial.
All right.
That's just my point.
I know we're going to the next story.
Yeah.
Very quickly, I know his church transcends Nigeria, also transcends
Yeah, that's what I
Africa.
say. He goes everywhere.
So,
with his
I
aircraft.
believe that there are people from all over the world who he has
Yeah.
probably helped or who have experienced some type of blessing through him, who can appreciate him.
Yeah.
Now, I've lived this experience. I have personal testimonies of how I've seen some of these people, especially from, exotic places around the world, who will give all they have just to gift a pastor or to give their pastor, because maybe their family member was healed from the prayers or whatever. So some people won't value money, because I think after you've experienced a miracle, your value for money. So if they have the money, they give some very extravagant gifts.
Private jet they give now.
Well,
I have seen that.
The money was donated, like Ayo said, free will to purchase the private. It's good that this clarification is out now. Well, all right. We'll take our next story.
Finish. How many of you saw me preaching at the crusade in Akwabom last night? When did the crusade finish? To 10. Is there any airport in Nigeria that you will go by 10 or 11 and say, I want to catch flight to Abuja? No. But we have 3 private airplanes, 1, 2, 3, waiting on the ground, struggling to pick us. I had to beg this one. I said, we followed you to go. Please allow us to follow the other one so that they too can receive a blessing. One person sent his own. Another person sent his own. Another person chartered one to carry us, carry television crew, carry ICT crew, carry drummers, carry instrumentalists, carry musicians, to return back for all of us to be in the service this morning. That is the purpose of money. Are you hearing what that is why the devil is against the prosperity of the church, because he knows we'll do more with resources than without resources. But I announce to somebody here today, in the name that is above every name, there is no power of shortage, no power of scarcity that will prevent you from doing the will of God in this end time. And I'm so happy with our evangelistic approach. The airplane that was brought is not for the big man, it's also for the drummer, provided you're on the tip. It's as good as entering a bus. Many of them is the first time in their life, but they have to, because they identify with the work of God. Am I communicating at all? They identified with the work of God. It is a service. It is a service.
Now, this is one of the most insensitive sessions we've ever watched or we've ever seen on What's Trending with OG on Arise TV, and this is quite embarrassing that everybody sitting there claims to be under the Christian religion but have the gusto to bring up such topic, and it was highly insensitive, their statement. Number one, Ojinika starting this particular session with Bishop Oyedepo'S saying that let us lighten the mood. So she was trying to use the testimony of Bishop Oyedepo to lighten the mood, because it has to do with the private jet. You are looking at a man who has stood for 5 decades, almost 5 decades of doing ministry consistently. This man has not dropped consistently. He has been, every scandal we are always tying it to the fact that he is being successful and he has been consistent. He doesn't even reply. The truth is, he will not even reply all this nonsense. You are standing to attack the testimony only to use it to produce or to chase clout. No matter how you want to see this was just off point and off key. When the likes of Davido and the likes of Wizkid and all that, when they buy private jet, you think it's okay. That's how the other day it was posted that Elon Musk was the highest donor in Christ Embassy with over, and he donated millions of dollars. How much is the private jets that we are talking about? That's just the truth. These men have built stature over the years, consistently following God. The likes of Bishop Oyedepo, the likes of Pastor Adeboye, consistently following God. They have built stature over years, global stature, that anywhere on earth they find themselves, there will be one person that knows them. These men over the years have impacted lives and blessed lives, and you are thinking that a private jet is a sin, or if the man of God comes and shares a testimony. Bishop Oyedepo has always stood for seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything will be added unto you. He has never come, I've never seen a video of Bishop making an altar call for people to come and sow a particular money towards the seed or something. No. When the Winners Church has internal and external auditors, if everything he is saying is to be faulted, people will come and fault it. He has said it. There is no man on earth ever called anywhere to maybe to support the project, or any man on earth that has been called to come and buy the project and all that. He always depends on God, and God always comes through. Is that what you bring to the national TV to come and discuss whether it is God or it is not God, or whether he's trying to lie or something? Make your research and bring out a proof that he is lying first of all before you discuss it, not trying to create a narrative and give room for people to argue. You understand? And the truth is, almost everybody sitting there, I don't know the other lady, everybody sitting there claim to be in the Christian religion. Do you understand? It's either you're a Christian or you're a Muslim, or I don't know if OG is an atheist or RUFAI is of course they claim to be Christians. Do you understand? But coming out to make such a statement and say, oh, let us lighten the mood with the testimony of Bishop. Look, do you even know who the person is? I am not a member of Winners, but we're talking about a man that has stood for years. No matter how we want to see the religious bias, no matter how we want to see the economy, we want to see, we don't like what the pastors are doing. There are many that are fraudulent, there are many that are fake, but there are places you don't go to. You see the likes of those who have stood over time, the patriarchs that have stood over time. We can call them patriarchs. Bishop Oyedepo is one of them. Pastor Adeboye is one of them. Daddy Kumu is one of them. What is a private jet, for God's sake? Bishop Oyedepo in COVID built over 10,000 churches. They planted 10,000 churches from foundation to roof during the COVID. How do you explain that? These are testimonies, mind-blowing testimonies of the supernatural provision of God. And for you to sit down in your studio and want to water down such a testimony is an error. And that's just the truth. The truth is that believers and Christians will just support, they will just fall in line and begin to say, yes, people are dying, people are suffering. Look at RUFAI saying, private jet, is he a gift? What is private jet, for God's sake? What is private jet to the likes of the billionaires? In Nigeria we have over 160 private jets owned by different individuals. What is the private jet? There are people in the country that have 2-3 private jets. There are people abroad. There's an estate in the United States of America that the people that live inside, the residents of those estates, the people that own houses in that estate, all have private jets in their parking lot. And we are here talking about how much is the private jet. Do you know the weight these people have, both in spirit and physical? The other day, Pastor Chris was just trying to talk, and it was like, can you imagine how many lands I even have in China? I don't care about those physical things. I don't care about those material things. Imagine Pastor Chris saying it boldly on national TV, and he said it all over the world. Do you know how many lands I have in China? That is a country that is anti-God. And you are here, you don't know the weight these people pull, both physically and spiritually, and you are bringing up a testimony of such a great man. Bishop Oyedepo is a learned man, a man that has read books and books. He understands by books. He understands by the word of God. You understand? He's not somebody you sit on in the same level and he's sharing a testimony of the power and the wonder working power of God, and you sit down and you begin to talk about tax and you begin to use your brain to tell us that the church members are suffering. Did the church members come to tell you that they were taxed to buy jet? Bishop Oyedepo, you think it's only Bishop Oyedepo that has jets in that church? There are billionaires in the church that have their own private jet that are members of the church. A member gave private jets to Dr. Paul Enenche for missionary work. A member. So what are we talking about here? So let's not even go there. Why this interview is really pissing us off is because it's an attack on the testimony. That's the problem. It's an attack on the testimony. Bring it out and let somebody come out and say, all this thing he's saying is a lie. He collected this money, so and so money and all that. And that's when you now know that you have something to talk about, not to base it on the testimony that he shared. No. The Rise can do better. This is a very poor and unnecessary topic to bring on what's trending. And this is our opinion. Of course, we know a lot of people have contrary opinion. This is the Preacher's Portal. You can type what you think about the video in the comment section. Till we see you again, please hit the like button, share and subscribe.